when sovereignty returns to the people. While most of the world still operates under a limited perception of reality, behind the scenes a quiet and strategic transformation is underway, and part of it began back in 2018, with the signing of Executive Order No. 13848 by then-President Donald J. Trump. The order clearly and forcefully states that all assets and interests in assets that are in the territory of the United States or in the possession of American citizens and that belong to any foreign person directly or indirectly involved in electoral interference may be frozen, blocked, and forfeited. This measure applies to individuals, companies, organizations, and governments. Most importantly, this order is still in effect. What seemed like an isolated cyber defense action has now revealed itself to be one of the key pieces in the process of transition to the restored republic, which is structured on three pillars: institutional cleansing, sovereign justice, and financial restructuring. The end of the control system. Electoral interference was just the trigger. Behind it were the same actors who, for decades, manipulated markets, created unpayable debts, fueled wars, and drained wealth through central banks and private institutions with a public facade. By activating legal devices such as EO 13848, the path was paved for breaking the power of international financial cartels. Thus began the transition to the quantum financial system, QFS, a global, inviolable, real-time auditable platform, linked to the biometrics and individual sovereignty of each human being. GCR, RV, and the era of backed currencies. With the QFS in operation, the GCR, Global Currency Reset, has begun, where all global currencies are being revalued and adjusted based on tangible assets: gold, silver, commodities, technology, and infrastructure. Countries such as Iraq, with the dinar, and Vietnam, with the dong, are already showing clear signs of this movement, while fiat currencies are being quietly retired. The RV revaluation is allowing assets previously considered undervalued to now express their true economic power. This includes bonds, land, patents, and even the so-called ZIM assets of emerging nations. All of this will be moved through sovereign digital currencies and backed cryptocurrencies, outside the reach of the old SWIFT system, the Federal Reserve, and the IMF. A new constitution, a new consciousness. With the legal and technological framework being reconfigured, the restored republic emerges as a model of government aligned with the original U.S. Constitution and the principles of natural human sovereignty. In this new model, the legal person as state property no longer exists. Each citizen is recognized as a sovereign individual, with full rights over his or her identity, assets, and legacy. The old birth certificate, previously used as a debt document in the shadow financial system, will be invalidated. In its place, there will be recognition of the living, biological, conscious, and free being. This transition is supported by international treaties, the GESARA protocols, and the very project of spiritual and economic liberation of humanity. The role of EO 13848 in the global transition. Executive Order 13848 continues to be the key to legitimizing the blockades and confiscations of resources used to finance modern slavery. Through it, thousands of bank accounts, foundations, shell NGOs, and illicit fortunes have been identified and redirected to funds for the reparation and restoration of humanity. This global fund is being redistributed through sovereign wallets activated in the QFS, with priority given to those most affected by the old system: veterans, whistleblowers, exploited workers, indigenous peoples, children, and victims of human trafficking. The old order is falling, not with wars, but with legal intelligence, spiritualized technology, and restorative justice. The restored republic is not a fairy tale, it is a process. An Executive Order No. 13848 is one of the instruments that has allowed light to enter where global power feared it most, into truth. We are living in the rebirth of sovereignty. And if you feel this calling, it is because you too are part of the reconstruction.